November 2024 marks 4 years for me on YouTube, and every year on the month of my anniversary, I do a Get Ready With Me Q&A. I did post on Instagram as well as on my community tab saying if you have any questions for me, I would answer them. So that's what I'm gonna do today. I have a bunch of new products to try out on camera. I have some old products as well. I'm not really gonna talk a lot about the products. I will, of course, link everything down below in the description box that I'm using. But if you are new here, welcome. My name is Rachel. And if you're not new here, thank you guys so much for being here and thank you for coming back. I so appreciate you being here. I just hit 12,000 subscribers, which is really exciting to me. So thank you so much if you are a subscriber. You mean the world to me, whether you're new or if you've been here from the beginning. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So let's get started. I've already primed my eyes. Oh, and by the way, my husband is going to also come on camera in a little bit. He usually does every year, and he loves to be on camera. Loves it, so he's very excited to come answer some questions. But I am actually gonna be using the Harvest of Souls palette from Fantasy Cosmetica. I did receive this one in PR. It's an absolutely gorgeous palette. Oh my goodness. I did do a 2-looks video with this palette, which I can link down below as well. So I had a lot of like YouTube-based questions, and then I had a lot of dancing-based questions. So let me start with the YouTube stuff first. So somebody asked recommendations for starting a channel, and then someone else asked where/what editing software is the best and user-friendly for someone just starting YouTube. So the best advice I have for starting a YouTube channel is if it's something that you really want to do, you should just do it. And I know that sounds silly, but like I, for a long time, was self-conscious about it. I had always wanted to. I had been watching beauty videos for a while, and it was something that I was interested in, but I was scared. I was scared about, honestly, what people would think. People from my past, if people were gonna say something to me or think I was kind of weird and like posting things online, and I just felt very self-conscious. And after I read the book, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a F during COVID-19 pandemic, like when I was not working, I read that book, and it changed my life. And basically it said like, you are the only person that's gonna make you happy. Life is short, and people, like, you should just not really give a f about other people's opinions. And it really changed my life, honestly. I know that sounds like kind of silly and like obviously, but it really, really gave me the push to be like, you know what? I'm gonna do it because life is short, and I think I would always be wondering in the back of my head, like if I had decided not to start this channel, I'd be wondering like, what if I had done it? What would my life have been like? And I will tell you, ever since starting my channel, my life has been completely different in pretty much every single way. It's completely different. And then the next question about like, what's your favorite part of doing YouTube? I've met so many great friends, other creators. I've connected with you guys. I love talking to you guys in the comments. I love when you DM me, just like connecting with other people, because I have been teaching dance for a really long time. I taught in the Boston area for a long time, and I had coworkers. And when I moved to Florida with my ex to start a dance studio, and it was just him and I basically. And now for many years, I don't have coworkers. I work by myself, and it was getting lonely moving to a new place. I didn't have friends. It's not easy to make friends as an adult, as I'm sure many of you know. So this has allowed me to make friends and connect with people. That is a really, really big part of it. The other thing is, I think a big part of this thing I love about YouTube is it has really allowed me to like find myself. I know that sounds so silly, but like I started my channel when I was in my mid-30s, and I feel like I basically reinvented my life. I found a new passion. My passion forever and my identity was tied to my dancing career, and when that was taken away from me during COVID, I had no clue what I wanted to do. I had a shock, as many of us did. It's like, well, when my job is taken away from me, who am I? And I feel like YouTube really stepped in at the right time and really made me discover who I am, not just as a dancer, but as a completely different thing. And I love this. I don't make a lot of money doing it, even still, 4 years later. And my other advice to those who start YouTube is, you really have to want to do it and do it for free for a very long time. You may not get PR for a very long time. I don't think that you should go into it wanting free makeup. You're not going to get a livable income probably for a very long time. I have quite a few years ahead of me before I can quit my job. And that is something that I would love to do one day. Like, I would love for this to be my main source of income. I will always have dancing on the side, but I would love for this to be my main job. 2 people ask me, what's your favorite video you've filmed, or what's your favorite video you've done? I think the first time I filmed with Angelica Nikvis, like I did a get ready with her. Or get ready with me with her. I remember I was going to visit her, and I mean, I've been watching Angie for years. I was very starstruck by her when I started talking to her. She contacted me to edit her videos. I do edit some of her videos. And I went to visit her, and she like offered maybe we should film together. And I honestly I was like blown away. I was like, me? Really? So I feel like that is a fun memory for me. I really enjoyed that video, filming that video. I look back on it. It's a really good time in my YouTube career, if you will. It was just fun, and it was like a big moment for me. One thing I will say, I know this is kind of random, but one of the videos I filmed right when I first started my channel, it's not even a makeup video. I had like tape and hair extensions for a long time, and when I got them removed, I lost a lot of my hair, like my natural hair. And I did a video talking about it, my struggle with losing my hair, almost feeling like my femininity, part of it was gone, and how much of my like self-image I tied to my long hair. It was a very interesting thing. And I still to this day, I posted that video probably 4 years ago. I still to this day get comments on it, like they'll pop up in my feed. People saying like, thank you so much for posting this video. It really helped me like feel better. I also lost a lot of hair. I just got my tape and extensions out, or I'm about to get my extensions out. And I don't know if you have ever felt this way, if you've had extensions. It's a big shock going from having extensions to taking them out, and the density of your hair just getting a lot smaller. So it was a shock, but I'm really glad that that video is out there because it seems to be helping people, and it makes me really happy when I do like read the notifications for those comments, people saying that it's helped them a lot. So, I mean, I don't know that it was my favorite video to film, but I am glad that I filmed it. Oh, I didn't talk about the software editing. I meant to. I use Adobe Premiere Pro. I wouldn't recommend it because it's not user-friendly, but it was the program that I had because my husband does video production. So we already had it, and he taught me how to use it. Now I'm never going to switch because I'm so used to using it. But oh my goodness, it crashes a lot. I'm still trying to figure it out sometimes, and I've been using it for years. So I've heard Final Cut Pro is good. I can't speak to that because I've not used it, but would not recommend Adobe Premiere Pro. The next kind of YouTube question is, does pressure to recommend new faves take joy away from enjoying the makeup you love? No, it doesn't. But I will say one thing I do miss, and this is not a complaint because it's not a complaint at all. I do get so much new makeup in PR, and I get a lot of makeup into my collection quite often. I have been so lucky this year, especially. I've started to get a lot of PR, especially eyeshadow palettes. I really don't get to use old eyeshadow palettes often. Not even because that the old palettes won't get views. It's more that I'm just trying to constantly catch up. Like, I really try to use a palette at least 3 times before I review it. Oftentimes more if the palette is really large or it's from a brand that I'm not like super familiar with their formula. So in order for me to like stay afloat and like stay caught up, I cannot reach into old palettes very often. So I have to constantly, because as soon as I'm done reviewing one, 3 more have come in, if that makes sense. So I do miss that. I guess like using old faves, eyeshadow palettes especially, like complexion products and stuff, I can use my old favorites. I can talk about them. I don't have a problem with that. But eyeshadow palettes especially, like I would love to be able to use some older palettes. I do occasionally, but not as often as I'd like to. I'm gonna put the Sigma Skin Perfector Hydrating Tint in shade 3 on. And I put the What's Up Beauty Hydrating Primer. I've been honestly loving that this year. I put that on because I'm feeling a little dry. So the next question is, if you could collab with any brand, who would it be and what would you make? I would want to create an eyeshadow palette. Maybe I would also love to create some cheek products like a blush or a highlighter. I'd be down for that. Or lip products. I would love to collab with Unearthly. That's like my #1 brand I would love to collab with. But there's so many indie brands that I absolutely love. I love Blend Bunny. I love Gourmand Girls. I love Fantasy Cosmetica. I love DD Signature. I love Odin's Eye. I love Cleona. Like all of these indie brands, any of them, I would be happy to collab with them over a larger brand. Personally, I mean, you guys know if you've been here before, like I just love indie makeup. I love indie makeup brands. I feel like they just do it so well, and yeah, I would love to. I would love to. That would be great. Maybe one day. We'll see. Yeah, a lot of questions about collabing. Who would I want to collab with? What is your least favorite step in your makeup routine? Ooh, that's a good question. I mean, I guess brows. Like doing my brows is kind of boring. I am lucky though that I have quite full brows. So like it doesn't take that long to do my brows. But I would say it's my least favorite step. It's not the most exciting, I would say, but totally necessary. Okay, so Ben, my husband Ben is gonna come on camera now. You wanna pull up a chair? I don't know how we're gonna do this. We have to somehow share this microphone.
Hold it.
We have to share this microphone because we only have one microphone. This is my husband, Ben. Hey. If you're new here.
How's it
here
going?
He is. Look how much more red you are than I am in the monitor, like your skin tone.
I'm nervous. That's
no,
why.
just like your general skin tone is red. So we're gonna answer some questions together.
There's lots of comments.
How did you meet your husband? We answered this last time.
So are we
But
answering
for the new people, make it brief. Don't go into the whole story. Here, hold this. I'm gonna do my makeup.
Yes. So I worked at a country club as a server, and before that, I coached middle school football. So one of the people I coached with was at the country club talking to this guy, and I met them, and he basically was like, "Have you ever thought about teaching ballroom dancing? You should do it." And I wasn't clear on what I wanted to do as a career, so I was like, "Whatever, I'll give it a shot." And that's how we met. Rachel was my boss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we weren't together for a while. We
Yeah.
just met and we worked together, and then like, I don't know,
like 6
months later we started dating. So the rest is history.
9 months in, I was like, all right, I'm all set on this teaching ballroom dance. So
Yeah.
she's not still my boss. Okay.
No. Okay, hold this for a second. So I'm gonna use the new What's Up Beauty bronzers. Wow. Pretty, right?
It's cool.
And then
Is that Italy?
Yeah, it's Italy. Good job. That's Italy. Nice. So I have the shade medium and I have the shade light. So what shade do you think I should use?
Light.
Really?
Hold on, what is this?
A bronzer.
Oh, I don't know. Is that the shiny stuff?
Okay, I'm gonna use the shade medium. So like bronze, it gives you bronze, like a bronze color. You're supposed to put it on the perimeter of your face to like make it seem like you were in the sun, make me less pale, basically.
Right. Okay, yeah, darker.
Okay, so it has some purple in it. I'm interested to see what this looks like. Okay, let's go to the next question. What camera do I use?
It's a Canon R7.
I literally don't know. I have to ask him oh, it says it right there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I just never really notice.
What camera? And we use, she uses Adobe Premiere Pro.
Yeah,
which
I did
also
already say
use.
that, yeah.
I don't necessarily recommend to that.
No, I said the same
I don't
thing.
recommend it to people. Kind of unless you're doing professional work, I'd say, because it's kind of more expensive. I think it's about $50 a month at the minimum. Compared to you could get Final Cut Pro for $300 for lifetime access compared to like a monthly subscription. You could also use DaVinci Resolve. That's a free software that you could start out with. Those are two good ones that I've used.
This bronzer looks good. Do you see?
Mm-hmm. We could just keep talking about camera gear. I could talk about that.
No, we're not doing that. Okay.
The Canon R7 is a crop sensor camera. I necessarily don't
cutting right
recommend
here.
that.
Nothing else really applies to you.
I thought I was going to get more screen time.
You can ask me a question. How's that? So they also, What's Up Beauty also came out with new blushes. So I got all 4 of them. You're going to have to pick my blush for me. Pick the color. Okay, so this one is Relaxed Roma. Okay.
Cool.
This one is Serene Sienna.
I like it.
Okay. This one is Gentle Genova.
Mm-hmm.
They all have a sheen to them, for sure. But the bronzer, I guess maybe has a little bit of a sheen. I'm not sure. And this is Peaceful Pizza.
And what is this?
Blush. So goes color on the cheeks. Which one do you think? I know they all look kind of similar.
I don't know. I guess
just pick one.
More the pink one there.
More the pink one, he says. They're all pink.
But this one has, like, down here, it's a little extra pink.
Okay, so we're going to use Peaceful Pizza. And they came out with new brushes. I didn't use the bronzer brush.
Best advice to someone scared to take that leap into beauty YouTube.
I did already answer that one. Thank you, though.
Follow your dreams.
This is a very, very glowy blush. Very glowy. It's hard to see. It's not super pigmented, but very glowy. So like I don't think I even need a highlighter, to be honest with you. Just want to let you know.
Everybody wants to know about dancing.
Yeah, I know.
Isn't that funny?
Well, okay, so let's do a quick talk about dancing, because I know a lot of people say like, oh,
I would love
to know more about your dancing. So what I'm doing, and I've said it before, I've already started vlogging. I did a vlog. I have to edit. I've already done a couple of vlogs, and it's been trial and error with how I'm like I was trying to do it with my phone. I wasn't able to edit the footage from my phone because the computer couldn't handle it. Anyway, all that to say, I have filmed a vlog. We went to Texas for a dance competition, and I am going to start a Patreon. And I want to do it very, very soon. I want to share my dancing through that. I don't want to upload it onto just public YouTube for quite a few reasons. Like, some people don't care about it. Some people are just here for the makeup, which is totally fine. That's what my channel is about. And also, like, I don't really want my personal life out in the public. I would rather have it behind a paywall just because it's my personal life. And I know there'll be people in the vlogs that maybe don't want to be on the internet like me, and that's totally fine. So if you are like really wanting to like see my dancing, or, you know, if you want to see me go to competition or, you know, stuff like that. I mean, the vlog is not going to be all dancing, but a part of it will be. That is something that's coming in the future.
So comment below if you're interested in signing up for Rachel's Patreon. How do you? Yeah.
Yeah.
To kind of gauge the interest, what people want to see on the Patreon. You said you also wanted to do some like
I want to do other
videos,
stuff too. Yeah. So
like
I don't want it to be
videos.
I don't want it to be just a vlog. I want to do like an extended video. So if I'm going to do like a new palette, I get a new palette in and I do 2 looks, I'll do a 3rd look exclusively for Patreon. I'd also love to do like an exclusive video every month for Patreon. Maybe it'll change every month or something. I would also really love to do giveaway, like a monthly or bi-monthly giveaway, because I have so much PR and so much makeup that I get in that I would love. Like, I can only give so much of it to my friends and family because many of them don't wear as much makeup as I do, and they don't need new makeup all the time. So I would love to just be able to gift like a package of makeup to a makeup lover. So that's something that I'd like to do as well. So.
And I think it would be cool for people who are interested in learning more about your dancing, because Rachel's amazing. She's been teaching for like 14, 15 years or something, right?
16. It'll be 16 years in January, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And then she also has a professional partner where she does more like country type dancing. She goes to competitions quite a bit. If you are interested in it, there's a lot to talk about, but it's not like you want to put it into your makeup channel.
No, so. I don't. And because I totally understand, like, some people just aren't interested in that. And that's fine. I get it. So I would rather, put it separately, and just for the privacy of, like, people that are going to be in the vlogs, too.
How did you start YouTube, and how did you get likes and views at the start of your channel?
I mean, I kind of already said this before, but, like, I did it because I had always wanted to, and I lost my job in 2020, and I had a lot of time. And we had all the equipment because he does video production. Like we have the lights, we have the camera, we had the software, the action, we had the editing software. So like I really didn't have an excuse not to do it besides my own mind. And I decided to do it, and I didn't get views in the beginning, but I did it more because I wanted to. I didn't do it because I wanted to make a job out of it, or I expected to blow up, or I don't know. I didn't get views in the beginning. I do remember though when I had my channel, I started in November, obviously, and then we went to Rachel and Matt's wedding, and that was in the summer of the following year. So I had only had my channel for like 7-8 months, and Allie Glines did a video, and she said, I want to highlight some new content creators, like smaller content creators. If you are a content creator, fill out this Google form. I'm going to pick, I think she said like 6 creators. I want to kind of feature your channel, and I give you like a Sephora gift card or something. And she said there were thousands of submissions, and I was one of the people that was picked. And remember that?
I remember that.
That was a huge deal. And
that was crazy.
I remember at the time, I think I had just like 1,000 subscribers. So I was just a very, 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 very small channel. And when that happened, I gained quite a lot of followers from that, or subscribers from that.
And I think too, you've just done a good job with your Instagram content and with YouTube of like posting and tagging brands. I've noticed you've just like built relationships with people over the years, so that kind of leads to more opportunities to help you get views.
See, honestly, that took me no time to do my brows. So I shouldn't have been complaining a minute ago. Okay. Yeah.
She used to be she still gets excited, but I remember you being so excited when you started to get PR.
Yes.
She would text me, or she'd tell me whatever, of like, I just got PR from this brand. Oh my God. And
the very first brand I ever got PR from was What's Up Beauty. I remember we were sitting on the lanai. Nice. Okay. Well, thank you for being on camera.
Yep. Shout out to y'all watching.
Maybe you guys would like to meet my cats if you're new here. I can't pick up Ringo. He's so big and he will get really mad. Oh, okay. You're going to bring him on camera. Okay. So this is Ringo. He's such a good boy. He is a good boy. So sweet. He's a big fat cat. And he doesn't like to be picked up or cuddled except when he's ready. Yeah. You have to be just sitting there. He will come, grace you with his presence, sit on your lap. When he's ready to get up, he will. And that's it. George, on the other hand, he's the snuggliest little baby ever. He is so sweet and cuddly.
His little feet.
He's such a good boy. Yeah. You got something on your face, buddy. Gotta look clean for the camera. There we go. There we go, buddy.
Say hi.
So those are our cats. And yes, they're named after the Beatles. Someone asked, how would you say your makeup preferences have changed / have your makeup preferences changed from the time you started your channel to today? Absolutely. I discovered indie brands, so that's like a huge change. When I first started my channel, I was mostly doing drugstore and like mainstream content because that's just what I knew and what I liked. I still like those things, but of course, like my main content now is indie makeup. I also think like my skills have gotten better. So like I'm more open to experimenting with color, and I've just practiced so much over these last 4 years that I feel like I've gotten much better at doing my makeup, finding what I like, and just like playing a little bit more and not being so safe with things. I have like questions about like my everyday life, like what's my job, my career, how many hours a week do you dance, what do you exactly do as a professional dancer, stuff like that. So I started teaching ballroom dancing in 2009. I worked at a franchised dance studio called Fred Astaire. I'm sure if you're in the US, you've heard of them because they're all over the country. I worked it full-time teaching ballroom dancing at Fred Astaire for 7 years, and then I moved to Florida and I taught full-time. I'm talking like 40 lessons a week full-time for many years. And I got into YouTube in 2020. I stopped working full-time in 2020. So I got back to teaching part-time in 2021 and also doing YouTube on the side. I still do teach. I don't teach as much. I teach part-time now because I'm also doing this. I also edit for Angie, and I'm trying to get more editing clients. I also DJ, ballroom DJ. I dance professionally with my partner, which means we practice and we go to competitions and compete at the professional level. Pausing for a second because Tower 28 sent me their new shade of their lip gloss. It's so beautiful. It's called Iced XOXO. So pretty. It's like a sparkly pink. But yeah, so that is so pretty. I spend a majority of my time doing YouTube. It's not my main source of income. Teaching dancing is. I would say that I dance like between teaching lessons and practice. I probably dance about, I want to say about 20 hours a week. And then all the rest of the time, honestly, I'm filming and editing and working on stuff for YouTube. I would say like I go to the gym in the morning, I come home, I start working at about between 7 and 8 in the morning, and I'm really not done till about 7 o'clock at night between all the things I'm doing. So I spend a lot of time on YouTube, a lot. I don't mind because I love it, and I'm doing it by choice. But yeah, I hope that answers the question. I teach ballroom dancing, and I also teach country style dancing, and I compete in country style dancing, but partner country. So not like line dancing, but country dancing together, like two-step, cha-cha, waltz, stuff like that. Someone asked, what's a video you would love to film but don't because you think it won't get any views? I think the person said it will get any views, but I think they meant won't. I'm not depending on this for my main source of income, so I'm not really worried about not getting views, if that makes sense. Of course, like I don't want to waste time filming and editing a video that nobody wants to see, clearly. Like that is just a waste of everybody's time. So I've kind of found out what videos generally my audience likes. There are some videos that get less views than others. Like for instance, the 3 palettes, 3 looks videos. I actually love filming those. I love filming those. They don't get the best views. I get better views from other videos, but I love it so much, and I really need to do those videos in order to be able to use all of the palettes that I get, because I don't have time to film dedicated videos on everything. And I want to be able to use all the palettes I'm getting in the mail, whether I bought them, whether I received them. It's just a good way for me to use them and showcase them in a way that's not requiring me to like do a full video on each palette, because I don't have time for that. And I wouldn't be able to do it with how much makeup is coming into my collection at any given time. So yeah, those videos, I guess, don't get the most views. I also would really love to get back to doing fashion content. Primarily, I did that for a long time, just fashion, like try-on hauls. I used to love it. I loved seeing all the new like clothes that were coming out at affordable prices, and I loved styling stuff, and it was a lot of fun. It's just very time consuming, and I don't have the time. I think maybe once I start my Patreon and I'm able to make some money from that, I can cut back on other things in my life, and then I can reintroduce that, because I would really love to do fashion content. And again, I had so much fun with it. I've always been, before I really got into makeup, my whole life, I've been really like so interested in fashion. I used to thrift so much clothing, like going through college. I used to it was funny, like I used to be able to go to bed at night when I was like in my 20s, I would put together outfits in my head when I would put my head down on my pillow, and that would put me to sleep. Isn't that so weird? But it's so true. So yeah, I would love to get back to that. I actually did upload a fashion haul not too long ago, and I thought it was gonna tank. I thought the views were gonna be awful, but actually the views were pretty good. So that was reassuring to me for sure. This is the finished look. What do you think? This palette is so gorgeous. Like, I love that I was able to create a purple look, because I hadn't used the purples yet from this palette. So yeah, if you're eyeing this palette, I would not discourage you from buying it, because it is so gorgeous. Like, quality-wise, so good. I love the gloss. The blushes, I have to keep using it. This is very lightly pigmented. I'm kind of surprised. But there are like deeper shades, so I will use them. The bronzer in medium works great. I think light would have been too light. Thank you so much for submitting questions if you did, and if I did not get to your question, I'm sorry. There were a lot of questions. So I'm so excited to still be here on YouTube 4 years later. I'm gonna keep going. Okay, I love doing this so much. I enjoy interacting with you guys, and I just love being here. So thank you for being here, whether you've been here for a short time or if you've been here all 4 years. Let me know when you started watching me and how you found me. I would love to know that. If you care to share that with me, I would love to know that. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Like I said, everything I used will be linked down below. And if you enjoyed this, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye. Do you want to come pose for a thumbnail? Is he not the cutest little baby? Go get Ringo. Just hold on a minute, okay, please? Georgie! He's just flopped. Look at him. What is he doing? What are you doing? Ready? Ready? Come over here. 1, 2, 3.
He's like, let me go.